you know, and he comes out victorious a lot of the times. Joe, you know what Philippines is all about. Just not just Manny Pacquiao, but you go way back when, and you know Philippines is, has history of producing great fighters.
They're almost like the Mexicans, Mexican Filipinos. I mean, they're so disciplined and they try so hard to be the best at what they're doing. He has great potential. And when you have Flash Lord, that was one of the first famous Filipino champions. Then you have Jesus Salud, and you have Manny Pacquiao. Now you have Michael Dasmarinas, who's on his way to World Championship material.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. We're just joined by Seaford, the sports editor here, and Seaford Randall Jr. Listen, mate, we've just been joined by your sports minister. What an honour that was speaking to him. He's shown his appetite for boxing, just on the island. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, him coming over and saying how much he's enjoying boxing right now?
I think everybody is enjoying boxing if they're in this arena here tonight. I'll tell you what, I don't think too much of it. You know, yeah, I don't have much comments to say on the minister.
What I'm saying is the sports minister, with his involvement in boxing, if he's enjoying it, he's bringing boxing to your island more. It's going to be beneficial for your young fighters coming through. We saw a couple of good young amateurs on the card tonight, so they've got that exposure and they will enjoy that. And, I think that with the Cayman Islands being, this small island, if you can start producing fighters and showing that you can get talent coming through this region, that can only be good, right?
100%. And you know what? I hope that that's the case from a government perspective. This, yes, yeah, it is. I hope that that's the case from the government's perspective. I don't like to get too political, but I hope that that's the case, that they get on board. Election is coming up, so this is the time now to get all the government members on board if you want some finances from them.
I had the honor of talking to him a little bit earlier at the table over there, and he was telling me he wants to talk with me. He wants to see me again, and he wants to take me out for dinner tomorrow night, but I'll be leaving tomorrow early. But I told him that I'd like to talk to him about developing more talent, more boxing here in Cayman Islands, and he's for it 100%. So hopefully we can keep talking and can generate more interest in boxing here in Cayman Islands.
Well, I don't think we're too far away now, guys, from maybe getting this ring walk going, and here we are. Yes, we've made it. We've made it through, guys. That was a long time to fill, but with the quality that is Roy Jones Jr., Joe Cortez, the legendary referee, Hall of Famer. We've got through that last half hour or so. I hope you guys have stayed with us. Thanks for staying with us if you have, but trust me, you won't be disappointed. Two unbelievable fights coming up. We've got the main event coming up after this one. That's Mandeep Jangra versus Conor McIntosh. That's for the WBF World Super Featherweight title. But before all that, a fight that we were just talking about, the vacant WBF International Featherweight title, a guy from the Philippines, Michael Dasmarinas, a tough guy, goes in against Eduardo Esquivel. This one promises fireworks. Dasmarinas has been there, seen it, done it, boxed the best, beat the best, and he's going to try and get back to the top, but he needs victory here against the very tough South American Eduardo Esquivel.
Michael Dasmarinas.
As you can hear there by the crowd, Michael Dasmarinas certainly has a fan base here in the Cayman Islands. The Philippine population here in the Cayman Islands is actually third to the Caymanians, then it's the Jamaicans, and then it's the Filipinos. So he has a massive fan base here. It showed in his last fight, last clash came on in December of last year, and I guarantee he'll hear a lot of people screaming when he's finding success in the ring when this fight commences.
Well, they're the screams that Seaford was just talking about. You can hear the crowd have stayed. They have stayed. They've been waiting around for a half hour or so, waiting for this fight to happen.
Okay.
And now it is happening, and Dasmarinas looks like a very, very happy young fighter, actually. He will have refueled after the weigh-in yesterday, which was a great event as well. And here he is in the ring. And Joe, two experienced fighters here. This could be something special.
Yeah, it could be a very interesting fight. We also got a good referee, Chris Flores, very well experienced referee. He's out of Arizona and does a lot of work in Las Vegas as well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It should be a great
fight
fight.
fans from
I mean,
around
this
the
is
world,
like,
we welcome you to
to
beautiful
me, this is
Cayman
like the main event
Islands.
of the evening.
As
Special
GDH
fight.
Promotions, in association with Fight Zone and the Fight Academy, presents
The referee
the
making sure,
Clash
telling
in
them know
Cayman
that the
II
cup is okay.
Rumble
And the blue corner,
on
the
the
cup is
rock.
a little too high. He was telling him it's a little too high there.
This
you can see
is
it
our
over the
co-main
trunk,
event
and that's
brought
not
to you
fair.
by
I mean,
Kirk
these are the
Freeport
things
and
that
Elite Marble
the
and
cup should
Granite.
be
Our
below
third
the
man
belt.
in the ring tonight is Mr. Chris Flores. Fight fans, this is 10 rounds of boxing for the
Some fighters
vacant
like to
WBF International
keep that
Featherweight
belt
title,
to protect the
sanctioned
body
by the
shots.
Cayman Islands Boxing
Yep,
Commission
sure.
and the World
There's the
Boxing
legendary
Foundation.
referee, Joe
In
Cortez,
attendance from the
telling you
WBF
exactly
are
what it is,
Mr. Jason
what the rules
Vincent,
are,
the
and he's going to
VP
be
of
talking us through
Americas,
that a
and
little
Gary
bit
Gillette
in this
in
contest.
charge
Actually,
of
we're
the
giving you a little something
Caribbean.
different in this
Fighting
commentary
out of
tonight,
the
where we're
blue
getting different
corner
eyes on
with
different
green
things. And Joe
trunks
Cortez, the
has
best
a
in the
record of
business, best that's
16
been around
wins,
for
5 by
many, many
knockout,
years.
4
And
losses
he's
and a
talking us
draw.
through, you know, the
From
referee's
San
job in there
Ignacio,
as well, whether he's getting it
Belize,
right, whether he's getting it
Eduardo
wrong, where the low blows are, what the referee's meant to be doing at certain times. Fantastic insight into the referee. And if you like that sort of stuff, if you're that boxing fan and you want to know about that stuff, stay
In the
tuned,
red corner,
because we've got two
wearing
rough, tough
black-
fights
red
coming
trunks
up,
with black
and
trim.
the referee
His
will have a
record of
big
35
involvement in
wins,
that. And Mr.
24
Cortez
coming
to
by
my right
knockout,
hand
3
side
losses and
is
2
going to talk us
draws.
through
From
all of that stuff.
Bengal Union,
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun now watching Chris Flores. And I think they're really doing a good job. Good fight.
Introducing once again our referee in charge, Mr. Chris Flores.
I gotta tell you, the main event has yet to come, but this fight in particular on the card is one that I am really excited about.
I agree with you 100%. 'Cause both of these fighters can fight, you know, have a lot of experience, and they both want to make it to the top level as being world champions with your big sanctioning bodies. You know, WBF is doing a hell of a job putting these fights together, but these guys want to go to the next level with WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO.
Well, I think there's a problem here with Esquivel's mouth guard. He's either forgot the mouth guard, bought the wrong mouth guard. I'm not sure what it is, but someone's just gone running back to that corner, so sorry for the slight delay here. And Dasmarinas over in the corner, looks very warm. He looks like he's been warmed up. Coach just telling him to stay active. Not that, guys, that he needs to warm up too much. The heat in here is very warm tonight, very humid tonight. We're very fortunate that we've got these big fans blowing on us that are doing a great job, actually.
Well, you're the more experienced boxer, probably one of the most experienced boxer tonight, outside of probably Roy Jones Jr. I wonder, from your perspective, when delays like this happen, what runs through your mind?
It's about keeping the mindset, staying focused, not changing, you know, your mindset, and that's what it is. And I think that that's the importance of a fighter. You know, if you want to win a fight, if you get to a certain level, you have to stay switched on for 3 minutes of each round. 2 minutes 59 is not enough, because that 1 minute where you switch off, 1 second where you switch off, boom, it can be lights out. You know, that's where you're at here. So when you get little things like this, and fighters, you know, forget something or something happens, you just got to stay focused, tunnel vision, stick to what you're thinking about, the game plan, go over it in your head, stay nice and warm.
Back there giving the instructions?
I did. He had it back then. There's a black one. They brought out a white one. He can't fit that one.
Well, stay tuned, guys, because this one promises to be explosive, that is for sure. Frustration here from both guys. Boxers, like he's waiting for his gum shield in the corner.
Oh, here they come now.
Okay, I think we're ready.
The It seems like it's the same mouth guard that they were trying to get rid of at first, but they're just settling now for the one that they didn't want in the first place.
I don't think it fits properly. That's the point. I think he's got a gum shield that's not been moulded to his mouth. And now this is where you come in, Joe Cortez, because if that gum shield keeps coming out, he gets disqualified, right?
What happens now is that he's already been told to bite out the mouthpiece. Now, if he gets it with a punch and the mouthpiece go flying out, it can happen. Now, the referee got to take discretion. He's not spitting out intentionally, but if he get it punched out, you know, but he's not having a fitted mouthpiece. He should have had one back in the dressing room. But that's why we got to help him here with the inspectors, get inspectors in there to make sure they have all that before they come out.
Yep, at this sort of level, you should be having that fitted mouthpiece. But here we go, Michael Dasmarinas against Eduardo Esquivel. And Dasmarinas, the southpaw from the Philippines, stands taller than his opponent and already on that front foot.
I'm telling you, he's not going to take a back step. He is going to come forward this whole fight, and he just landed a staggering left hand to the body.
And you know what? When you get a southpaw like this, you got to be careful with the headbutts. Because when they come in, they both can clash heads very easily. You find a lot of that when there's a southpaw fighter involved.
Yep.
So there may be some accidental headbutts there.
Yeah, we have to keep an eye on that. Esquivel is the smaller of the two. He's known as an aggressive type of fighter, but so is Dasmarinas. And big shots going in here from the southpaw. Big shots thumping into the side there, and that just seemed to unsteady. Whoa, big right hand as well. Esquivel feeling this. He's in trouble here in this opening round, and it's on unsteady legs. Uppercut goes in as well.
Dasmarinas is a bad boy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're going to stop him. I can see it happening. And the referee got to take a close look at the fighter. And we don't want him to take unnecessary punishment.
Yep, he seems on unsteady legs. Big left hand goes in again there. Dasmarinas boxing out that southpaw style. What a talent this guy is. Big shots thudding in, and Esquivel seems well out of his comfort zone here in this opening round. Big left hand again through the middle. Sorry, Joe. He's not going to take too much more of this.
No, he can take going to take some pop punches here. The referee I can see the referee looking real close, looking at the eyes of.
Whoa, big shot, and that was it. Landed left hand, he stepped back, and Esquivel felt that one. The legs are totally gone, and Joe Cortez, I'm not sure he's going to beat the count here. No, he's in desperate trouble.
The referee going to stop it. That's it. Good stop.
That's it. What a performance by Michael Dasmarinas. Just an absolute clinic he put on just now.
Michael is definitely world championship material.
Yep, he really is. No disgrace in losing to Naoya Inoue back in 2021 in Las Vegas. That was a few years ago. He would have learned from that. That was for the IBF bantamweight title. Naoya Inoue, of course, pound for pound, one of the best in the world right now. But Dasmarinas, on that sort of performance, will give anybody a run for their money. Out in the southpaw stance, timing was brilliant. The finish was savage. What a performance.
In the first round, he did it all in the first round.
Yeah, showing his caliber there, man. Yeah, he lost that Japanese sensation there. That was his only loss since 2015. This guy has been on a tear.
Absolutely, and he will get that opportunity again. Like I say, it is all about opportunity, and he's been waiting now. He's winning on a run of a few wins now, and he's waiting for his time. He's waiting for that opportunity. Esquivel's a tough guy, but this game is all about levels, and I think we found that out tonight with Michael Dasmarinas. What a sensation, southpaw, Filipino, and boy, don't they keep producing them, Joe, these lighter weights, the Philippines.
They're unbelievable. Michael has a great knockout power. You can see his record speaks for itself. Has a high percentage of knockouts. He did it again today. He didn't waste any time.
Yeah, brilliant performance there. As you can see, they're all very happy. Thankfully, looking over at Eduardo Esquivel, he looks okay now. The corner just taking his gloves off, which is always good news. But we witnessed something very, very special there. Seaford, you've been talking about him anyway. You know him very well. There's a lot of Philippines here in the Cayman Islands, so he's brought good support with him here, and he delivered, didn't he? I mean, look at that performance, was clinical, savage, and we talked about that beautiful brutality there. That was it in abundance.
100%. He is a special fighter, this guy, and I really would like to see him get a tougher opponent next. Maybe someone in the rankings or something that'll propel him closer to that title shot, because he's a special boxer. He really is.
He has all the talent. He has all the making of a champion. He got good defense, good offense, good punching power, and he's hungry.
Well, Joe, listen, we've seen it over in our time, and we've seen worse champions than
Ladies
that.
and
But now
gentlemen,
down to our MC.
After 2 minutes and 14 seconds in the first round, your winner by TKO, your new WBF International Featherweight Champion, Michael Hot and Spicy Dasmarinas.
Well, what a performance there from Michael Dasmarinas. As the referee raises his hand. And just posing for his photos now, as he rightly should be after that clinical finish. Very, very impressive indeed. Now we just have one fight to go. And this one is quite special, guys, so please, please, please stay with us. If you're watching from the UK, I know it's very, very late now, but it's going to be worth staying up for. 12 3-minute rounds for the WBF Super Featherweight title, vacant title, Mandeep Jangra. Roy Jones's guy, a guy that has an incredible story, 10 wins, 1 defeat, 7 0s by KO, lives out in Florida now, comes from India. I'll fill you in all the backstory with him, but lovely guy and, full of ambition to win this one. And he goes in against another guy that's got an insane story, Conor McIntosh. Been with him all week from Wales, 8-1. Never had a knockout, trained by Enzo Calzaghe. Told me, he said, listen, don't worry about the 0 knockouts on the record. This kid can hit. He's also had an incredible life, inspirational life. He was doing very well as a boxer, went off the rails, spiraled out of control. He talks to me a lot about the drink and his life that went away from boxing and nearly killed him in many ways. And he pulled himself back, got himself back into condition, back into title contention. That is the real story. That is the real story. Getting himself back to where he was. And what a journey it's been for Conor McIntosh. Could he top it off? Could it be the cherry on the cake? Conor McIntosh looked like 2 years ago he was going to take himself out, let alone, to finish himself off with the drink, with going out of control. Now he's got himself back there. What an inspirational story. Could he top it off by winning a world title against Mandeep Jangra? Could you imagine that, winning a world title and Roy Jones Jr. is in the opposite corner? How good would that feel, Joe, if you beat a kid that's trained by Roy?
I mean, you have to be very cautious because, if Roy takes the time to train somebody like that, he got a good fight in his hand. Roy Jones, he can make champions out there. We need better trainers in boxing, and Roy Jones definitely is one of them because he's been through it all. 9-time world champion, great fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stick around
really
for
great
our World Super Featherweight fight. Mandeep Jangra,
is on fire tonight.
Conor McIntosh coming up shortly.
We need to go often.
Make sure you get some more food.
Yeah, we certainly do. Well, guys, like I say, make sure you stay with us now. We know it's late back home in the UK. We're here in the Cayman Islands where boxing is really heating up. It's now 9:46 p.m. local time, and we have just had the co-main event. What a performance that was by Dasmarinas, Michael Dasmarinas. What a performance, and we've got another big fight coming up.